Back here in the United States, the first jobs report of 2025. The January report showing that job growth continued to move upward while unemployment remained pretty steady. Okay, let's take a more in-depth look at the U.S. jobs number. Joining us now is a familiar face, Michael Collins, the CEO of WinCap Financial and an adjunct professor at Endicott College. Michael, good to see you again.
Thanks for having me on, Sean.
Okay, first jobs report since the Trump administration. Your key takeaways. Economists wanted 170,000 jobs. They got just north of 140,000. But it was a tough month. Fires in California, record freezing temperatures, and I have to get you to react to what the Trump White House said you just heard in our report leading into you.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff to unpack there. So the Bureau of Labor Statistics actually said the fires and the winter weather in some parts of the country had no discernible effects on those job numbers. You know, the jobs were largely driven by healthcare, retail, and government jobs. Some of those government jobs going forward may be in question as, you know, tens of thousands of workers in the government have already accepted Trump's preliminary resignation offer. So, you know, while the number wasn't a beat, unemployment still went down. This is a bit of a funky month because the Bureau of Labor Statistics effectively recalculates their numbers based on the census numbers that come out, which is, you know, a whole boring topic, probably not worth covering that math.
Right. Okay, let's talk about the potential tariff impact. How could that affect jobs market moving forward?
Yeah, you know, there's been talk about with too aggressive tariffs, auto manufacturing could slow down or stop in some parts of the country. Some businesses will not be able to move manufacturing fast enough. So there is a little bit of uncertainty and a headwind when it comes to future unemployment rates. With the potential additional tariffs, we're taking a wait and see approach because we've seen these tariffs come on and then come off just as quickly in recent weeks.
Okay, the big question, does anyone know what is going on in Washington, D.C.? Thousands and thousands of jobs are on the block right now, and also many lawsuits filed to stop that. So what is this chaos doing to the U.S. economy?
Yeah, it's driving more uncertainty, and I think you see that in some of the dispersion between the Fed cutting rates and mortgage rates staying high. You know, the potential tariff impact, plus the new consumer sentiment number that came out today that just said the sentiment had soured, and the consumer now expected one of the largest increases in inflation in a while. The consumer might not be right, but the fact that they believe prices are going even higher might stop them from spending.
Well, yeah, I mean, confidence plays a huge, huge factor in all of this. Now, can the private sector absorb legions of government jobs should the tandem of Trump and Musk get their way?
I think that depends on how aggressive some of the cutting is. I think there's plenty of
It's been pretty aggressive so far.
One more time, sorry?
It's been pretty aggressive so far.
It has been. But, you know, to your point about the back and forth on what will legally be allowed or not, I still think there's some time for that to shake out.
Okay, so what do you think? I mean, could this really have a very damning effect moving forward if we lost tens of thousands of government jobs?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't believe that Trump is going to intentionally try to tank the economy, although some of the inefficiencies in government, maybe they cut too hard with the knife there. Obviously, it'll have an impact on certain population groups, people working in government, but I don't think this is enough to take the wheels off the economy.
Okay, so what about the information? What can this do to potential for inflation? Because today, some bank leaders actively sought to calm those concerns.
Yeah, I think we have to take a wait and see attitude. I mean, for the past, 18 months to 2 years, the trend on inflation has been lower, and there's been no sign of, reversal on that. I think that consumer expectations on inflation are often incorrect. A lot of times they project forward what they've experienced in the past, and then all of a sudden they hear about Trump tariffs, they think prices are going higher, because that's kind of being what's fed, right, to the people when they look at, the prices and things that have happened in recent years.
Okay, you got 30 seconds. Look into the crystal ball and give us a good reason to feel positive about what's going on in the U.S. right now.
Yeah, earnings growth, right? We're kind of hitting the target in terms of earning growth early in the earnings season. So if we expect the market to continue to, move forward, maybe not as aggressively as the last 2 years, but continue to move forward, we need to see earnings growth. And so far, we're off to a great start.
Okay, Michael Collins, always a pleasure, my friend. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, you too.